We all have certain challenging relationships, or with some relationships, there is this mystical, deep, intense connection that we can't really figure out why. What if the tarot cards you draw and the cosmic energies highlighted by the intuitive astrology are actually illuminating your karmic patterns and powerful soul contracts playing out in your life right now? Welcome back to CS Path. I'm Sahil Sharma, your tarot astro coach and partner. Today, we are diving into the fascinating and often mysterious realm of karmic patterns and soul contracts in our lives. We'll be using intuitive insights of tarot astrology, not through rigid chart interpretations or birth chart readings, but by the feeling of the energies and symbolism of the planets themselves to understand these powerful connections and the profound lessons they need or they have been intended to bring into our lives to support our soul's journey. Many of us intuitively sense that some relationships carry a weight or significance that goes beyond the just ordinary. And these can be echoes of karmic patterns too, where unresolved energies and lessons from the past experiences resurface to be healed and to be integrated primarily. And then our soul contracts, those deep, often unconscious agreements that our souls make to connect with specific individuals, primarily for mutual growth, believe it or not, learning, or the fulfillment of a shared purpose. When it comes to tarot, it can offer very powerful clues into karmic patterns in our relationships. Let me give you some examples. When it comes to major arcana cards, there are some particular ones that show up consistently, and their consistent appearance, like Wheel of Fortune or Justice or the Tower in a relationship reading, can signal significant karmic cycles or fated events. Then we also have the Devil, which can sometimes indicate the karmic ties. Where is my devil? Right here. The karmic ties that you might be having in form of unhealthy attachments, control dynamics, narcissism, or patterns of addictions that need to be overcome. And when I say addictions, I don't really mean drug-related or substance abuse addictions only. I mean behavioral addictions too. Then you have cards like Ten of Swords that can also show up at some point that there might be a deeply ingrained pattern of endings and betrayals and victimhood that are part of our karmic cycles seeking resolution. So there could be several cards, and especially when you have a lot of court cards that get reversed, then they can also be shedding some light on the ways that we relate to a certain part of our own selves into a karmic theme that is really not working out well. As an example, if I have Queen of Wands, right, as a part of the court card, this gets reversed and keeps showing up every time. This can indicate that possibly you're isolating yourself and not getting in touch with the adventures of life that you're meant to tap into in this current lifetime. You may hold back from your creative self, and there might be fears behind it that what if I do something and people would say something and I'll be judged by it? Or you just don't have the courage to go out there and put yourself fully into light. You hide yourself. Could be so many meanings out there, and depending upon your context there. But these are some of the examples how these karmic patterns and connections with yourself and with others can show up. Now, by intuitively tuning into the dominant planetary influences as well, along with it, we can often sense the underlying energies of soul contracts. So you can make combinations, of course, of tarot and the astrological energies, and together they give you a very strong validation and very strong confirmation of patterns that might be at play. Let me give you more examples. Let's say I have a Venus card here. Where is this Venus? Right here. So the Venus energy can highlight that in terms of soul contract, that your soul contracts with people or karmic energies are mostly around love or harmony or having shared values with people. Basically human connections that can often result in deep connections of feeling or not feeling supported depending upon how you're experiencing the energy. So whatever you're experiencing, the intense periods that are influenced by Venus here could highlight important relationship agreements as such, and what you enjoy in relationships, the harmony, and even if you could be challenged in making choices in your relationships, if I go back to tarot in essence. Another example that I can give you is of Saturn, which very strongly shows up when it comes to karmic patterns. I call, or Shani or Saturn in Vedic astrology, as we say, he is the karmic guru. Now, this can suggest soul contracts that are involving learning about commitments, responsibilities, accountabilities, and enduring through challenges together with somebody else, and often feeling like a necessary destined connection for growth. It can feel painful, it can feel strugglesome, challenging, but that's why two people come together to serve a purpose, a mutual purpose and mutual growth. Other examples could be around, this is also one of my favorites, the Rahu and Ketu. Rahu, Ketu are the north node. Rahu is the north node and Ketu is the south node of the moon in astrology. Now, these are powerful indicators of karmic patterns and soul evolution. Strong nodal influences during a connection can intuitively feel like a significant encounter, for a soul's journey. And the working through the past life karma. Usually, Ketu represents the past life karmic energies, and Rahu usually indicates the desires, unfulfilled contracts that you are supposed to be living in this current lifetime. So this is the past, this is the future. So these are immensely powerful energies. And another one is here, Jupiter. Now, this is a very significant one because this is a contribution towards your spiritual growth specifically as well. So may point to soul contracts that are focused on wisdom, spiritual growth, learning from one another. So learning and wisdom and spiritual growth. These are the key terms that I would want to use here. And they often feel like you are with somebody like a mentor or a coach or just a benevolent connection where there's no greed of any kind. There's a lot of giving and sharing that's taking place in terms of knowledge, in terms of spiritual growth and learning. So these are some of the powerful cards or planetary or astrological energies that can be tapped into to figure out your soul contracts or karmic patterns. And these are just examples, by the way, that I just gave you. In the intuitive synergy of tarot and Vedic astrology can provide profound insights into both of these areas. And you'll also notice when these cards consistently show up, that's a strong indication that these are the patterns being formed for a certain purpose. And of course, as you play more into the readings, you figure out those purposes. When it comes to practical application, I just showed you the cards and I use them in very different combinations and variations to get the validations and the correct information out. What you can do is, when you're curious about the deeper dynamics of relationships, draw out a few cards, asking about its karmic roots, the potential soul contracts that are at play, and then really take a moment, intuitively sense the prevailing planetary influences. What is the overall feeling of these combinations telling you? Ask yourself, where is this connection? What is this connection talking about and indicating towards? Where might be the gaps? What are you not understanding or ignoring or denying at the same time? But I'm going to give you some more questions that you can use as your Kickstarter conversations or journaling conversations, either with yourself or with somebody else that you're doing a reading for. So as an example, you can ask, do the tarot cards suggest any recurring patterns or fated events? So go back in memory, see any events occurring there, make a note of that. Does the overall planetary energy or astrological energy, especially the ones I was just showing you, does it feel aligned with the themes of the deep connection or learning or karmic resolution in a particular relationship that's in context? Is there a strong intuitive sense of destiny or feeling of needing to work through something significant with this person? It could be anything. So journal these insights and meditate on the symbols, the energies, and trust your intuition on these to guide you within the framework of tarot astrology. So as you intuitively engage with tarot and these subtle language of planetary influences, which I call tarot astrology collectively, you can begin to understand these patterns really well and really get some insights into the soul contracts that are being played out. This is offering basically profound insights into the purpose, the potential for growth, and truly the healing that we all need at some point in our lives. And that's why these relationships come into our lives. So if you have intuitively sensed any karmic patterns or the soul contract with certain people, I encourage you to take a deeper dive into it. Use tarot astrology to your insightful journey of self-discovery and supporting others, of course. And if you're ready to explore profound depths with me as well and move on to this transformative, insightful journey, please subscribe to CS Path, and I will see you next time. Take care.